Forecast First is brought to you by Fayette Heating and Air.
Well, happy February. It's been a snowy start to the new month. Light snow continues to fall here at the station. We've picked up a little more than 2 inches of snow on the day. Forecast first, slick roads likely tonight, early tomorrow, and a few flurries or snow showers left over. It's not going to be nearly as snowy tomorrow as what we're seeing out there right now, or certainly a little earlier in the day. We're going to track all the snow for you and have some reports on road conditions just ahead on the Fox 56 10 o'clock news.
The regional vaccine clinic at the Kentucky Horse Park opens tomorrow. What you need to know before you go. Many of you have been frustrated trying to sign up to get a vaccine. We'll look at how Kentucky is doing compared to surrounding states.
His son loved him. He loved his son. He was just like him.
A family is mourning after an up-and-coming musician was killed in downtown Lexington.
The Fox 56 10 o'clock news starts now.
Good evening. The snow is continuing to fall in parts of Kentucky tonight, and the roads could be particularly dangerous. It's a weather-worn day. Here's Chief Meteorologist Chris Bailey.
Yeah, like I said a little bit ago, we've picked up more than 2 inches of snow across Lexington, parts of eastern Kentucky, really getting in on the heavier amounts of snow right now. Winter weather advisory continues in effect through the next several hours. And notice how the back edge of the snows are right on top of the Frankfort area, and then they're kind of running into a bit of a wall. What we're seeing is that low pressure's off to our east. Snows are actually still backing in from northeast to southwest. So we've got a little more room for this snow shield into eastern Kentucky to grow, but the back edge is only going to get so far, and that is right on top of Danville, Harrodsburg, and into Frankfort. Some lighter snows here in the Bluegrass area. We pick it up a little bit. The roads are snow covered into much of eastern and southeastern Kentucky. Moorhead down the Mountain Parkway, we're seeing those snow covered roads getting it on another fresh coating to a half inch or so of snow across the Lexington Metro, and that action again southbound on 75. Don't look toward the west. We're going to look to the north. That's where the snows are coming on in from. Covington, Cincinnati, over toward the Columbus area, and that is on the back edge of that spiraling major winter storm that is off into parts of the northeast. We're on the cusp of this. That's why we're only getting in on some lighter snows. But Marvin, another inch or two may fall tonight across parts of eastern Kentucky especially. Then as we gear up for the coming weekend, it's your Super Bowl weekend, we see the potential, the increasing threat for Arctic air and maybe more snow. We'll touch on all that here in 15 minutes.
All right, very good. Thank you, Chris. Well, crews have been busy around central Kentucky today keeping snow off the roads. Early this morning, slick roadways caused accidents all over central Kentucky, including this jackknife semi on I-75 in Scott County. Crews got to treating roads quickly, and by later morning hours, most highways and major roads began to clear. But with more snow tonight, roadways could easily become slick again, so crews will refresh with new drivers and continue their routes.
We'll continually run the routes until we get a good layer of salt on everything. No matter how many rounds we have to go through, we'll be here until we feel that everything's safe.
If you do have to be out tonight, be sure to drive slowly, as it's easy for ice to form on roadways. There are about a dozen schools in our area that have called off classes already for tomorrow and are switching to virtual learning due to the weather. You can find the latest list right now on foxlexington.com. Kentucky is continuing to see cases of COVID-19 decrease. Governor Beshear announced just over 1,600 new cases today and 35 more deaths. The death toll now up to 3,780, and more than 364,000 cases have been reported since the start of the pandemic. The positivity rate remains under 9%. The first 4 regional COVID-19 vaccine sites will be opening across the Commonwealth this week. Here in Lexington, the state is partnering with Kroger for a vaccine site at the Kentucky Horse Park that opens tomorrow. Grace Feinerman has a preview.
It's the final countdown for people working at Alltech Arena and for around 3,000 Kentuckians with an appointment to get the COVID-19 vaccine. Tuesday, the regional vaccine clinic at the Kentucky Horse Park will finally be open. 3,000 shots are expected to be administered right here this week, but all those appointments are already accounted for. It'll be run by Kroger. Right now, the state's vaccinating people in Tier 1B. This tier includes first responders, anyone 70 or older, and K through 12 school employees. Appointments are required. If you miss your appointment for any reason, including the current weather, people with Kroger say you must reschedule.
I'm sure excited that Fayette County has a regional vaccine center.
Mayor Linda Gorton says what she's even more excited about, however, is the hope that these vaccinations will bring.
This is about opening schools. It's about opening restaurants. It's about opening our economy. And our population gets that. They understand that.
This could just be the beginning. Looking ahead, we're expecting Governor Beshear to announce other regional locations later on this week. In Lexington, Grace Feinerman for the Fox 56 10 o'clock news.
Kentucky Transportation Secretary Jim Gray is the project manager for the state's vaccine distribution effort. The 3,000 appointments available at the Horse Park were claimed within an hour of the site going live. Secretary Gray has some reminders for people who are headed to the clinic for their vaccine appointments.
So, Kroger representatives know it's you who has the appointment. And third, when you arrive at the Horse Park, please wait in your vehicle. Please wait in your car until 5 minutes before your appointment is scheduled.
Gray cautions it could take up to a half hour to get your vaccine, so officials are asking for patience throughout the process. Many of you have told us your frustrations in trying to schedule a vaccine appointment. It's an issue AARP's Kentucky chapter is trying to help with. Victor Puente looks at how Kentucky's system compares to neighboring states.
Health officials have told us the biggest issue when it comes to getting people vaccinated is the limited supply of that vaccine. But for some, figuring out how to sign up is almost as big a hurdle. The president of the Kentucky chapter of the AARP told me she and her husband had no issues with getting the vaccine, but she's heard from others who didn't have such smooth sailing.
There has been confusion, and I personally have connected with families on Facebook. Where can I sign up to get my mom and dad's vaccine?
Because the federal government never created a national plan, the sign-up process varies from state to state. Kentucky's vaccine website lists dozens of locations, and it's up to users to figure out which one works best for them, then register through that organization. Whitaker said she thinks that offers some advantages if you can get the shot locally.
My thoughts are that our local folks are going to trust our local folks.
Several surrounding states have similar programs, with Ohio, Virginia, and Missouri all directing people to register with a local entity to be notified. In Tennessee, you register at a local place through the state's website. But in Indiana and Illinois, there's one portal for everyone to sign up through. West Virginia also has everyone in the state register through one website. They were the only state not to take part in the federal rollout for long-term care facilities, instead using independent pharmacies. Looking at the number of people vaccinated, Kentucky's almost at the bottom of our neighboring states. But if you look at the percentage of population that's had their first shot, we're basically in the middle. Only West Virginia has been able to break away from the pack, something the state has received national recognition for. So for the seniors trying to sign up in Kentucky, it appears they'll need the same patience as others across the country.
I have Ohio County friends that are in Florida, and they're having big issues down there as well.
Victor Puente, Fox 56 10 o'clock news.
AARP is planning a telephone town hall meeting about the COVID vaccine on February 11th at 11 a.m. It's open to all Kentuckians, and we have the number to call in this story on foxlexington.com. The FBI has arrested 2 men in Lexington in connection with the riot at the U.S. Capitol last month. The FBI's Louisville office released a statement saying Dalton Ray Crace and Troy Dillon Williams were arrested today. They're charged with aiding and abetting, as well as violent or disorderly conduct on the Capitol grounds. The FBI released these pictures of the men at the Capitol. Both are in federal custody now. They also appeared in federal court earlier today. A Tennessee murder suspect was arrested in Franklin County. State police say 28-year-old Horace Nunez was wanted for the murder of a woman. Police spotted his car on I-64 in Frankfort. After a short pursuit, Nunez lost control of his car and crashed. He was taken into custody. He's facing a murder charge in Tennessee and a list of charges including DUI and reckless driving in Kentucky. A family is mourning the loss of a son and father. Lexington police say 22-year-old Lonnie Oxendine was shot and killed last night. He was found shot outside the Marriott at City Center downtown. Chelsea Jones talked with Oxendine's family about the memories he left behind.
A young man gone too soon. Lonnie Oxendine killed Sunday evening while chasing his dreams.
We're just happy he was doing something that he loved when he was taken from here.
Police say the shooting happened around 5:15 p.m. outside the Marriott Hotel at City Center. Oxendine, an up-and-coming rapper, was shooting a music video.
He wasn't out there like it, like no bad child or nothing. He had dreams and aspirations, what he wanted to do with himself.
With him that night, his sister, cousins, and 2-year-old son.
His son loved him. He loved his son. He was just like him.
Family members say Oxendine, who went by his stage name ATM Grinder, had a disagreement with the promoter. The two went outside. That's when folks heard gunfire. Oxendine died at the hospital, his son by his side.
It was a safe place for him to be with his dad. Nobody would thought that violence would go down. He was with his dad while he was working.
Family members say Oxendine loved all 3 of his sons, a family man with a big heart, a young artist on a bright mission.
And I made sure I was at every concert and every video shoot.
Those who knew Oxendine say he was a star. In the midst of tragedy, they're focusing on his music and the good memories. In Lexington, Chelsea Jones for the Fox 56 10 o'clock news.
Oxendine's family plans to hold a candlelight ceremony in his honor. Police have not released any details of a suspect. They ask if you know any information to call them. You're watching Fox 56, your primetime news source. You can like us on Facebook at Fox Lexington. Coming up, a look at some sights and sounds of today's snow in central Kentucky.
All you got to do is look outside right now because it is still snowing across parts of central and eastern Kentucky. We'll show you some of the areas getting in on the heaviest snow and focus on Super Bowl weekend. Looks interesting. Next.
Tonight's first 10 minutes at 10 has been brought to you commercial-free by UK Federal Credit Union. Visit any of their 6 locations to discover why it's banking only better.
UK Federal Credit Union. It's banking, only better.
Coming up Tuesday, lawmakers in Washington are discussing details of a new COVID relief bill.
And snowfall. We expect more on the ground by the time we reach Tuesday afternoon. We'll track it for you. And all the latest news Tuesday morning at 7.
Daily Mail TV, tonight at 11 on Fox 56.
Summer has come and gone. Are you ready for winter? For a limited time at Fayette Heating and Air, we are offering a $59 heating system checkup. Ask about our air purifiers that can neutralize germs, allergens, and viruses in your home. Schedule online at FayetteHeating.com.
Hey, Billy, what are you doing?
I just got a notification on my phone for the brand new car I bought for my lady. It's right down the street. I order everything online. I'm a trendsetter. Check it out. I got this new app called Shavoom.com. I picked what I wanted and shavoom.
Looks like you got suckered. At least it's red.
No matter how you purchase your vehicle, go with the trusted name Don Franklin. Over 4,500 vehicles to choose from. DonFranklinAuto.com.
All right, your break.
Whoa! Kentucky Lottery's Cash Pop Daily Draw Game. One number wins it every 4 minutes. Just choose your numbers from 1 to 15.
7 ball side pocket.
How many you want to play, how much you want to wager, and how many draws you want to play. Play Cash Pop from the Kentucky Lottery.
8 ball, corner pocket.
Maybe your lucky number will win you some scratch.
Funding more than $3.8 billion to date in grants and scholarships.
When Kentuckians face a cancer diagnosis, they want the latest research, the best treatment options, the most advanced care. That's why Kentuckians come to UK Healthcare's Marquis Cancer Center when it matters most. and it's why we've been named the top cancer center in Kentucky and one of the best in the nation by U.S. News Best Hospitals. UK Healthcare's Markey Cancer Center, the power of advanced medicine.
This portion of the 10 o'clock news is brought to you by Appliance Pro. Get your forecast first at the beginning of each newscast, only on Fox 56.
Summer has come and gone. Are you ready for winter? For a limited time at Fayette Heating and Air, we are offering a $59 heating system checkup. Ask about our air purifiers that can neutralize germs, allergens, and viruses in your home. Schedule online at FayetteHeating.com.
Commonwealth Credit Union. We see you differently.
Snowy for the better part of the day across central and eastern Kentucky. Caught a little break in the action this afternoon. Now, here comes the next round, and visibility really going downhill from our Morehead State University cam. That's what we're looking at here. And snow, I'm looking at snow-covered roads that are showing up here into parts of Rowan County. Lighter snows across the Lexington area, but we are still coating those subdivisions. The untreated secondary roads are partially snow covered now. Winter weather advisory continues through the overnight for many areas of central and eastern Kentucky. And look at the snow. This was not coming in from the west. This was dropping in from north to south and actually backing in against the grain just a little bit from northeast to southwest behind that big storm system that is off to our east. Now, the farther east that you get and into southeastern Kentucky, listen, roads are going to be snow covered here. Main roads, side roads, secondary roads, going to have some big issues through the overnight. And another inch or two of snow can fall through tomorrow morning across the east. So we've been seeing those snow-covered roads into Morehead, along parts of the Mountain Parkway. Here in Lexington, our snows are coming in from north to south. We had a little heavier burst of snow on the east side of town compared to the west side, and that goes all the way down parts of Interstate 75. This stuff is hugging 75, and it just can't get too far to the west. That system is slowly going to pull away to our north and northeast. It's one of the biggest snowstorms, I was reading a little earlier, in Central Park history in New York City. So they're talking about some mammoth amounts of snows up there. Temperatures haven't budged today. We've been 25 to 30 degrees all day long. 27 Lexington, 27 Morehead, winds gusty. 17 is the current wind chill into Lexington, into Richmond, and across Morehead and Maysville, checking in at 16. Watch the future radar as we go through tonight. Those snows gradually begin to pull away. You notice eastern Kentucky, we keep that going until early tomorrow morning. That's why you guys have a little better shot for some accumulating snows. Then the northwest flow can produce a few flurries and snow showers, not only tomorrow afternoon, but even a few flakes are going to try to fly into the first part of Wednesday. Then we get another front Thursday night into Friday with a little rain and snow with that. Main show this weekend. Saturday night, Sunday, we're going to get what basically amounts to the polar vortex showing up across the United States for the first time fully in several winters. We're going to get bitterly cold around here and across much of the country from Sunday into, I think, much of next week, but the early part of next week. Temperatures are going to try to make a run at 0 or below, and winds are going to add to the wind chill. Those wind chill numbers late Saturday, Sunday, Monday are going to be way, way down there. Can we get snow with this? Typically what happens when you get an Arctic front to move through here, at the very least, you get a band of snow along and just behind that Arctic boundary that can really put it down for a while. Now, if you can get a wave of low pressure to develop along that boundary, like this particular model is suggesting, then you're talking about something a little bigger. So we got to be on guard for that later in the weekend and into early next week, and then a different snow system that may try to follow that up by the middle of next week. Marvin, you look at that 7-day forecast. Look at the final 2 days of that. Those are some of the coldest numbers we put on a 7-day forecast in several years around here. So that's one to really keep an eye on.
Yeah, we haven't seen that.
No, we haven't. It's been a while. It's been at least 3 years. Yeah.
All right. Thank you, Chris. Well, while it may be a pain to drive in, there is something special about seeing Kentucky covered in snow. Video journalist Darnell Crenshaw went out in the snow in Madison County this afternoon to show us the sights and sounds of winter. calming and peaceful. Thanks, photojournalist Darnell Crenshaw. Well, another winter sight is ice skating rinks, and you can sometimes make them yourself. Up next, a homemade rink that's in the spotlight.
This portion of the 10 o'clock news is brought to you by Fayette's Heating and Air.
Welcome to Habanero Ranch, home of the fiery sauce.
Join us.
The new mouth-watering fiery famous star at Hardee's. Feed your happy.
Love lower than low prices? Then get more ways to save at Kroger, where you can find personalized coupons, weekly deals, and rewards like fuel points. All for prices that are lower than low. On food that's fresher than fresh. Kroger, fresh for everyone.
Some clients say they're not the type of person who sues, but many of our cases are settled without having to sue anyone. In almost all of our car crash cases, insurance companies are responsible for paying the claim, not the person who hit you. There's only one Morgan & Morgan.
This weekend only, Lexington Overstock Warehouse is opening our doors for our big weekend sale. Grab this Ashley 2-piece sectional for only $5.97. Plus, get 12-month interest-free financing. Go to LexingtonOverstockWarehouse.com for more details.
Hooligan's Forge, Central Kentucky's true hand-forged knife shop. Heirloom quality craftsmanship using 1095 high-carbon steel with an astounding sharp edge. Custom orders always welcome. Hooligan's Forge, hand-forging man's first tool in Lexington.
Smoky Mountain Truck Outfitters has everything you need for your car, truck, SUV, and Jeep. Upgrade your ride today with lifted tires or custom wheels from brands like XD, Fuel, Mickey Thompson, Goodrich, and more. We're also your one-stop shop for thousands of accessories like Jeep tops, lift kits, truck bed covers, ladder racks, and toolboxes. Smoky Mountain will beat all local prices and most internet pricing, and they install everything. Smoky Mountain Truck Outfitters, 1516 Pillsbury Circle in Lexington, off New Circle Road.
Let's go! Boom! Gordon's gambling on these high-rolling chefs. Enough's enough! Hell's Kitchen Las Vegas, all new Thursdays on Fox, or watch anytime on Fox Now or Hulu.
Crispy, juicy, hand-breaded chicken. Crispy, juicy, hand-breaded chicken. Crispy, zesty, fiery sauce. Crispy, zesty, fiery sauce.
Hand-breaded chicken tenders with new fiery sauce at Hardee's. Feed your happy.
Fox 56, the new home of Bluegrass Crime Stoppers.
Welcome back. Snowy days fire up imaginations in Michigan. One woman in Detroit decided to turn an empty lot into a homemade ice skating rink. Katie Moreno Elst bought a tarp and, with a little help from her local fire department, was able to fill the area with water. After the rink was created, she was ecstatic with all the donations of ice skates, and locals agree it's a great way for kids to get some fresh air.
The fact that there's 32 kids on 3 streets amongst 4 blocks is pretty fantastic, and keeping them together, doing small social distance stuff, we're looking for those kind of events.
As the rink grows in popularity, more and more kids are coming to have fun, and Moreno Elst says they could use some more donations. She's reached out to those in her area, hoping people step up to keep it going. It's pretty clever. Well done there. Well, a winter storm warning is in effect for New York City, northern New Jersey, Long Island areas north of the city, and much of southern Connecticut, as the region is hit with heavy snow and high winds. But the heavy snow isn't enough to keep the naked cowboy, a fixture in New York's Times Square, from venturing out into the snow. Some stopped to take pictures and video as the naked cowboy walked around Times Square through the snow in just his undergarments, boots, and a guitar. Forecasters say the snow is expected to last through tonight and possibly into the morning, and snowfall rates could reach 2 to 4 inches an hour, and near blizzard conditions are possible across the region. Okay, whatever. Newly released video shows the arrest of a man who had been living at O'Hare Airport in Chicago for 3 months. Aditya Youngsing was arrested on January 16th at the airport. In this video, he's the one wearing the yellow vest. Police say Singh had an employee badge, even though he didn't work at the airport. He also had a key ring with about 50 keys on it. He says he found it in a bathroom in the airport. Singh arrived at O'Hare on October 20th from Los Angeles. He was supposed to go to India, but according to multiple reports, he was afraid to travel any further because of the coronavirus. According to investigators, Singh was living in a secure area of the airport. The Chicago Department of Aviation says he did not pose a threat, but he is charged with felony criminal trespass. A woman convicted in a decades-old Lexington murder will serve out her life sentence. Coming up, we're hearing from the victim's father about what happened 35 years ago.
Valentine's Day, shop the Castle's biggest sale ever.
Sterling silver floating heart necklaces, 67% off, just $39. Diamond stackable rings, retail $640. Castle price only $279.
Don't miss this sale.
Shop 11 Castle locations of thecastlejewelry.com.
Don't miss Ashley Home Store's President's Day Early Access Sale. Friday through Monday only. Buy one, get one half off, plus no interest for 12 months. Or get 0% interest for 5 years with no minimum purchase and no money down. 4 days only at Ashley Home Store.
We wear them on our sleeves and give them away. Hearts are important, and we at Cleveland Clinic are the nation's #1 heart program.
People talk about go to Cleveland Clinic, do your research. They're the best. I was extremely grateful for the doctors at Cleveland Clinic.
For every diagnosis, for every triumph, for every care in the world. Cleveland Clinic. If you've been diagnosed with a heart condition, call 855-264-8773.
I was hit by a careless driver on my way to work. I hurt my neck, my back, fractured my tibia, had to have knee surgery, and was on crutches for almost a year. The other driver's car insurance, they tried to blame me. So I called Hughes and Coleman. They took care of everything and helped me through one of the toughest times of my life.
At Hughes and Coleman, we're ready to help. All you have to do is call 800-800-4600.
Happy Baby here at Surplus Sales. We have kitchen and bath cabinets in stock and ready to take home today. And they're all wood. Now that would make anybody happy, like me. Surplus Sales Flooring in Corbin, Kentucky.
Cold temps taking a toll on your furnace? Is it time for a replacement? Before committing to anyone, call Countryside Repair for a quote on an American Standard System replacement. We guarantee we can save you thousands. Countryside Repair, servicing Lexington and surrounding counties.
This weekend at Ashley Home Store's President's Day Early Access Sale. Buy one, get one 50% off, plus no interest for 12 months. Buy a sofa, get the love seat half off, or get 0% interest for 5 years. Friday through Monday only at Ashley Home Store.
This Valentine's Day, shop the Castle's biggest sale ever.
Diamond stud earrings, 44% off, just $79. Half carat diamond bridal sets, retail $19.99. Castle price $8.95.
Don't miss this sale.
Shop 11 Castle locations of thecastlejewelry.com.
Roll over. When you adopt a shelter pet, you discover all the things that make them unique. And your mother. They're a little bit of a lot of things, but they're all pure love.
Get your forecast first at the beginning of each newscast, only on Fox 56.
Tomorrow is the 35th anniversary of Michael Turpin's violent death in an infamous Lexington murder case. But tonight, Michael's father says the family has some peace, knowing the people responsible for his son's death will stay in prison. Karen Brown was denied parole this morning. Grayson Passmore talks to Turpin's father about what happened all those years ago.
And we hear this blood-curdling scream that the news had broken in, saying that they had found a body.
That was in 1986. Just 36 hours earlier, Michael Turpin took his brother out for a ride in his new convertible. Shortly after a normal and fun day, Michael's family would report him missing, then the unthinkable.
Well, I go over to the apartment and follow a stream of blood up the stairs.
February 2nd, Michael was murdered in a plot carried out by his wife of 5 months, Elizabeth Turpin, her girlfriend, Karen Brown, and a man they hired, Keith Bouchard. Police say Bouchard stabbed Michael more than 24 times. The three were convicted of Turpin's murder. All received life sentences.
Well, I go over to the apartment and follow a stream of blood up the stairs.
Not only did Don Turpin lose his son, he spent 3 decades reliving details of Michael's death to a parole board. Bouchard, Elizabeth Turpin.
Get the good news that she'll be there for the rest of her life.
And as of Monday, Brown have all been denied possibility of parole for the final time.
This chapter is over.
The Turpins turning the page on the 35-year battle. In Lexington, Grayson Passmore for the Fox 56 10 o'clock news.
A Lincoln County woman is charged with killing her boyfriend, then setting a fire to cover it up. Tiffany Griffin is charged with shooting and killing Jason Netherton in a home south of Stanford. Griffin was taken to the hospital with burns and was arrested there. State police say she told them she shot Netherton several times. Court papers also state a juvenile witness told them the fire was started in the bedroom to conceal evidence of the crime. Police say it's a very unfortunate situation.
What I've learned so far is both these individuals were parents. So we have one deceased and now one is, lodged in jail and has been charged with this murder. So it's kind of a loss for everyone.
Along with murder and arson, Griffin is also charged with tampering with physical evidence and abuse of a corpse. After running from officers for hours, a man is in police custody in Madison County. Kentucky State Police were called to a BP at exit 97 just after 3 this afternoon. An employee said they were robbed. Police then spotted a car they were looking for, but say the driver took off, later crashed, and ran into the woods. While searching, police learned some people were bound in a home on Lexington Road. They say a gun and a car were stolen from there. Madison County deputies saw the stolen car and tried to stop it, but the driver took off again. Troopers say the man got out and ran again. A police helicopter found him in a field off 75 North. We don't know the man's name, but we do know he has been arrested. Moorhead-based App Harvest is now a publicly traded company. It began trading on the NASDAQ today under the ticker symbol APPH. It was the first greenhouse company to go public via reverse IPO. The company operates a large indoor greenhouse and can grow crops year-round. Recently, the company announced it would be selling beefsteak tomatoes from its Moorhead greenhouse to grocery stores across the country. The company's stock soared in trading today, closing up over 43%. Kentucky's General Assembly is set to reconvene tomorrow. A major topic will be the state budget. Lawmakers are constitutionally required to pass a budget before the end of the legislative session. Governor Beshear has laid out a $12 billion spending plan. Republicans have criticized it for relying too much on one-time federal funding. The Republican majority is also expected to override Governor Beshear's vetoes of several bills that would limit the governor's emergency authority.
If their comment is, we're going to override your vetoes no matter what, and maybe we can talk later, I guess mine is, we'll see you in court. I cannot and will not let the health and the lives of the people of Kentucky be put in this danger when we are so close to getting out of this.
The governor said if the vetoes are overridden, Kentucky would not be able to take any actions to save lives during an emergency. One of the men who filed a petition with the Kentucky House of Representatives to impeach Governor Beshear says he has collected nearly 70,000 signatures from people who agree with him. Andrew Cooper-Ryder is the owner of Brood, a Lexington coffee shop that refused to comply with the governor's executive order to temporarily stop in-person dining in November. He says the governor should not be able to mandate what people should and shouldn't do during the pandemic.
He needs to get out of the way, allow those who are at risk to stay home, and allow those who are not at risk to live their lives so they don't have to be lost in the process.
Cooper-Ryder's business temporarily lost its health license, but it was reinstated after the executive order expired. A group of students at Pikeville High School have completed a research project. They say it's one of the most important assignments they've ever completed. In a partnership with the University of Kentucky's Healthy Way program, Kelsey Adams, Christina L. Acris, Sophia Hackney, and Cassidy Slater surveyed people in the school and community to see what questions they had about COVID-19 and the vaccines. Then they created posters and a video to answer those questions and address misconceptions.
I think people need to know more about COVID because COVID is still a big problem in our community and feel like people do not have enough correct information.
The girls say they were excited to be part of a research project that could benefit many people. They hope it will show people that the pandemic is not over. In honor of Black History Month, Governor Andy Beshear is encouraging President Biden to promote the late Colonel Charles Young to the honorary rank of Major General in the U.S. Army. Young was born in Mayslick in Mason County to enslaved parents in 1864. He became the third black graduate from the U.S. Military Academy in West Point. Last year, Governor Beshear posthumously promoted Colonel Young to the honorary rank of Brigadier General in Kentucky. A 100-year-old British Army veteran who inspired so many while raising money for frontline health workers has been hospitalized with COVID-19. And an iconic 90s TV star has died. The latest next in News Notes. And later, should pregnant women get the vaccine? What a new study says about moms-to-be and their babies.
Coming up Tuesday, lawmakers in Washington are discussing details of a new COVID relief bill.
And snowfall. We expect more on the ground by the time we reach Tuesday afternoon. We'll track it for you. And all the latest news Tuesday morning at 7.
What's in Zaxby's new General Tso's sauce? Legendary chicken, legendary sauce. The new General Tso's boneless wings, only at Zaxby's. Redeem rewards, scan to pay, and order ahead on the Zaxby's app.
Between work and my family's busy schedule, I can't be there for Mom 24/7. That's why I called Family Choice Home Care. During my free in-home assessment, Family Choice helped me realize that long-term live-in care would be the best fit for Mom. They were more affordable than the other agencies, and I knew the cost up front. Family Choice takes care of Mom's day-to-day schedule, meals, medication, and housekeeping. But most importantly, my mind is at ease knowing that Family Choice will be there for Mom at all hours. I don't know what I'd do without Family Choice Home Care.
Over the years, it got to a point where I was not hearing words clearly or hearing different words that way, and it was very difficult. I went to Bluegrass Hearing and was able to feel very confident in what they had to offer. As a matter of fact, it's kind of given my life back because I do hear conversations, I do hear jokes, I do hear punchlines. It's really enhanced the fact of just general conversation. I'm not straining to hear. It's there, and it's automatic now.
Bluegrass Hearing Clinic, where better hearing begins.
Rally's has a new Pick 2 for 3 deal. Mix and match any two from the Rally Burger, the Spicy Chicken Sandwich, the Crispy Fish Sandwich, or a Chili Dog for just $3. You might be thinking, that's a lot to choose from. But no need to stress. With the Rally's Pick 2 for 3, you can't choose wrong. Juicy, spicy, crispy, meaty. Whatever you pick is the right decision. Because with this $3 deal, any pairing is a total win. The Pick 2 for 3 deal, only at Rally's. Get Rally's delivered.
Hello? Hey, Earl. It's Big Insurance. I'm calling back with an offer.
Oh, a settlement? That's great.
We'd like to offer you $10,000.
$10,000? That accident's worth at least twice that?
What are you going to do? Take it to court?
Okay. I'll take the $10,000.
All lawyers are not the same. There's only one Morgan & Morgan.
What's in Zaxby's new General Tso's sauce? Legendary chicken, legendary sauce. The new General Tso's boneless wings, only at Zaxby's. Redeem rewards, scan to pay, and order ahead on the Zaxby's app.
This portion of the 10 o'clock news is brought to you by Fayette's Heating and Air.
The 100-year-old British war veteran, World War II veteran that is, who inspired the world with his fundraising efforts for frontline healthcare workers, is now hospitalized with COVID-19. That tops tonight's Fox 56 News Notes. Captain Sir Thomas More raised the equivalent of about $45 million for Britain's National Health Service by walking 100 laps around his garden to coincide with his 100th birthday. Moore's journey made international headlines, leading him to be knighted by Queen Elizabeth II. His daughter says Moore tested positive for COVID last week and was admitted to the hospital after suffering pneumonia. Moore's steps taken to help fight the coronavirus left an impression on the world. In the days leading up to his birthday, the captain received more than 100,000 birthday cards. Actor Dustin Diamond has died. Diamond, best known for playing the lovable geek Screech in the hit show Saved by the Bell, died today after a short battle with cancer. The actor was diagnosed with stage 4 lung cancer just 3 weeks ago after going to the hospital after feeling unwell. Diamond became a household name in 1989 in the role in the teen comedy series. In 2015, he served 3 months in prison following a bar fight in Wisconsin. Dustin Diamond was 44 years old. The pandemic isn't stopping people from celebrating Valentine's Day. According to a National Retail Federation survey, Americans are expected to spend more than $2.5 billion on the holiday. The survey found 73% of people believe it's even more important to celebrate this year. But unlike in past years, just 24% say they plan to spend the evening out. Coming up in sports, Kentucky's game at Missouri has been rescheduled for Wednesday night. Plus, Tom Brady will be in search of his 7th Super Bowl title Sunday. That's coming up in the Fox 56 Sports Extra.
This is not breakfast. It's a sad, lukewarm compromise wrapped in disappointment. Now this is breakfast, the DQ Real Breakfast, with warm, fluffy biscuits baked daily, covered in thick country-style gravy, and served with 2 Purnell sausage patties hot off the griddle, instead of whatever this is. And right now, you can get all this for less than $4. Now this is breakfast. DQ. Happy tastes good.
You plan on being there for her for a long, long time. For recitals, soccer games, graduations, until she's a grown-up of her own. But what if you can't be there? Protect what matters most. Talk to a Kentucky Farm Bureau agent about life insurance.
Come push me, Daddy.
Kentucky Farm Bureau Insurance. Big on commitment.
It's just a little shot. But the COVID-19 vaccine does more than keep you from getting sick. It will get folks back to work, get our kids back at school. It's a shot of relief, of hope. All we have to do, Kentucky, is keep doing our part. We can't all get the vaccine at once, but we'll all get a turn. Get the facts at kycovid19.ky.gov.
I saw it in the store and it was the perfect gift. It had
7.1 surround sound with a 1,000-watt amp and
the cutest little strap that I knew she'd love.
But I think I might have gone a bit overboard.
Now is the perfect time to get your money in balance with an amazing credit card balance transfer option from Commonwealth Credit Union. Get 5.99% APR for the life of the credit card balance transfer with no balance transfer fees when you transfer your balance to a Commonwealth Credit Union credit card. Commonwealth Credit Union. Here, we see you differently.
Happy Baby here at Surplus Sales. We have flooring that's 100% waterproof. That's right, waterproof. In stock and ready to take home today. Now that will make you happy, like me. Surplus Sales in Corbin, Kentucky.
Don't get left out in the cold this winter. Lucky's Auto Sports qualified technicians professionally install CompuStar remote car starters with lifetime warranties on both parts and labor. So stay warm and call the experts at Lucky's Auto Sports today.
Hey, this is Little John from eBlue. Keep your home warm this winter with Comfort Maker equipment. Call us to service your heating and air. We are not HVAC salesmen. We keep your system working. With Comfort Maker equipment, we've got your back.
eBlue, we're here for you.
When it comes to catching criminals in central Kentucky, Bluegrass Crime Stoppers has a new ally, Fox 56. Look for my reports Tuesdays and Thursdays on the Fox 56 10 o'clock news.
Bluegrass Crime Stoppers is presented by 46 Solutions.
The latest local and national news.
Tuesday at 7 on the Fox 56 Morning Edition.
Snow continues to fly across much of central and eastern Kentucky. Now, we're going to start to wind this down from west to east as we go through the overnight and early tomorrow morning. Still here at the station, look at those fine snowflakes that are flying by, and you're getting some gusty wind, so a little bit of blowing snow that is showing up. Working on roughly 2.5 inches of snow in Lexington so far since last night. City of Moorhead, it continues to come down on this cam. Visibility is down there. Noticing a lot of roads that are white in the city, and that's going to be the trend for the next several hours. You're going to get it on a prolonged period of some snow compared to your neighbors to the west. That goes into southeastern Kentucky, where lots of roads are snow covered right now. Roads that aren't snow covered are just flat out slick. So keep that in mind. Winter weather advisory is in effect for all of central and eastern Kentucky. This will likely go until a little after midnight for the Bluegrass area, a little deeper into the overnight across the mountains, and it would be southeastern Kentucky. If somebody's going to get a little better than 4 inches, it would be those higher elevations on the Kentucky-Virginia border counties. Here you go with your Fox radar. Notice how the bands of snow are coming in from the Buckeye State into the Bluegrass State. It's not your typical setup around here. Typically, we look to the west and the southwest for our weather. That is not the case right now because we're behind that big storm that is across sections of the northeast. So the flow is coming from northeast to southwest, and those snows are continuing to back into parts of eastern Kentucky. That's why we're going to get in on several hours still for some snow to go through. Now, watch the Covington-Cincinnati area. The snows here are going to start to taper off in the next hour or so, and then an hour or so after that, we'll see the snows beginning to kind of slacken off just a little bit across the metro. Snows are coming against the grain. Look at Pennsylvania, how the snow's going from Pittsburgh down to Portsmouth and then to Pikeville. So we got the 3 Ps in there with the snow going against the grain. 7-day forecast, still some flurries or snow showers tomorrow. Hey, you may see a ray or two of sun tomorrow afternoon. This isn't like today. It's not going to snow all the time, but a few flakes and some snow showers will be ongoing. Likewise into Wednesday. By the time we get into the weekend, Arctic air, maybe the coldest in a few years.
Time now for the Fox 56 Sports Extra.
Kentucky basketball's 48-hour pause due to the COVID-19 protocols is now over, and the Wildcats game at Missouri has been pushed back a day to Wednesday. The team returned to practice today. Kentucky's game against Texas, of course, was canceled on Friday, the day before the Wildcats were to meet the Longhorns in the SEC Big 12 Challenge. And that was due to a combination of positive testing, contact tracing, and quarantining of individuals within the program. So instead of Tuesday again, the Cats are scheduled to play Missouri Wednesday at 7 o'clock. The Kentucky women's team held off a late charge by Missouri on Sunday to tame the Tigers 61-55. The All-American Ryan Howard led the way with 22 points and 10 rebounds. Today, Howard was named to the John R. Wooden Award late season top 20 watch list, making her a top candidate for the National Player of the Year for a second straight year. A Monday matinee at the Yum Center. Louisville hosting Georgia Tech. Cardinals up big in the second half. Samuel Williamson came off the bench and scored 20 for the Redbirds. Then check out the touch pass from Williamson to Gabe Winsnitzer for the slam. Louisville up 18. Under 20 seconds to play in the game. David Johnson beats the shot clock with a deep 3. He led all scores with 24, and Louisville coached to a 74-58 win. In the NAIA, 17th-ranked Georgetown has won 5 straight, and they're winning those games by an average margin of 20-plus. Tonight, Chris Briggs and the Tigers hosting Freed Hardeman. Georgetown led by 2 at the half, but they got on a 27-6 run. Chucky Wilson, a little showtime. He scored 6 points, and then the Tigers out-rebounding the visitors 52-28. Just a complete beatdown on the glass. Michael Turay with 6 points. Darren Boyd led all scores with 22, and Georgetown wins big again, 72-51. Morehead State continues its hot start in OVC play, and 6'10" freshman Janai Broom is a big reason why. For the 5th time this season, Broom has been named the OVC Freshman of the Week. On Saturday, Broom helped the Eagles to their 9th consecutive victory with 22 points and a career-high 13 rebounds and win at Tennessee Tech. Broom had 11 points and 6 rebounds in a 19-point win at Jacksonville State. And EKU is 13-2 on the year, but the Colonels will have to play the rest of the season without one of its best players, Jamaru Brown. The Richmond Register was the first to report the news. Brown had successful surgery last week on his shoulder. He played in just 4 games this season, averaging 12 points. EKU visits Jacksonville State tomorrow night. Super Bowl 55 will feature a pair of quarterbacks looking to cement their legacy. For Patrick Mahomes, he's looking to prove himself as the quarterback of the next generation. And, of course, for Tom Brady, a win on Sunday would be a 7th Super Bowl title. Few athletes have had as much success in any sport. Back in the 90s, Michael Jordan dominated the NBA, winning 6 titles with the Bulls. Brady was asked today about the prospect of surpassing Jordan's 6 championships.
Well, Michael's one of my sports idols, so I think he's pretty incredible. And I think for me, it's about being a part of a lot of great teams. And to have the opportunity to play in this game means a lot to me. It's a lot of commitment sacrificed by a lot of guys. And obviously, we're one game away from the ultimate goal in this sport.
And that's a look at sports. Stay tuned for 5 things to know before you go to bed, including a section of a scenic drive has been closed. Find out what fell on California's Highway 1.
Daily Mail TV, tonight at 11 on Fox 56.
I had this new vehicle and a drunken driver hit me.
From the very first phone call, you get to talk to an attorney.
With Kaufman and Stigger. It wasn't just a title. They are real people who really authentically care for me.
Everybody knows that for over 20 years, North Broadway Auto Sales has been the best place to buy a used car. You know the slogan, at North Broadway Auto, everybody rides. But what you may not know is North Broadway Auto Sales also buys cars. If you have a car, truck, van, or SUV, and it's in running condition, we want to buy it. Any automobile, any make, any model, any year, any color. At North Broadway Auto Sales, if it runs, we want it. On New Circle Road, North Broadway Auto Sales, 293-2353.
Tired of that boring golf cart? Come see Golf Cart Madness and let us transform it into the golf cart of your dreams. You'll be riding in style in no time. Buy one of our fully customized golf carts or let us fully customize your golf cart to your liking. We offer golf cart accessories, including wheels, sound systems, colorful lighting, lift kits, and more. Financing available. Stop by our location on Regency Road or give us a call. Our slogan says it all. Golf Cart Madness. Giving golf carts a mean look.
In these uncertain times, Safe Auto is committed to keeping the people moving that keep America moving. For those whose hours have doubled and whose jobs are changing by the day. After all, our car insurance was built for times like these. With 24/7 sign-up without leaving your house, low down payments, and flexible month-to-month plans, we're here for those whose duty it is to go out while everyone else stays in. We're insurance for the rest of us. Call 1-800-SAFE-AUTO.
I hear this all the time. I'm not the type of person who sues people. The question I ask them is, do you want to pay for someone else's careless driving, or do you want to make their insurance company pay? Injured? Call Kaufman and Stigger Injury Lawyers. We fight for injured people.
This portion of the 10 o'clock news is brought to you by the Don Franklin family of dealerships.
More praise for the vaccine, a boost in car sales, and a friendly fight in Washington. Here are 5 things to know before you go to bed. A new study adds to growing evidence pregnant women should get the coronavirus vaccine. Research out of the University of Pennsylvania suggests infected pregnant women transfer high levels of COVID-19 antibodies to their newborns through the placenta, meaning vaccinations for moms-to-be could pass on immunity to the child. Americans are spending more money on cars. General Motors says people are back to buying vehicles at their pre-pandemic pace. GM speculates car sales have been boosted by people who haven't had their income affected by the pandemic. And since those people can't spend their money on vacations or dining out due to COVID restrictions, they're choosing to spend it on cars. A section of California's scenic Highway 1 collapsed into the Pacific Ocean. It happened on Friday after a heavy rainstorm near Big Sur. This is drone footage of the aftermath from the Monterey County Sheriff's Office. Heavy rains causing both sides of the highway to crumble into the ocean. No one was hurt in the collapse. The price of grape nuts has gone nuts thanks to the pandemic. The healthy high-fiber grain cereal is getting harder to find on store shelves, sending its prices through the roof. One box is selling for about $13 on Amazon, as opposed to the typical $5 price tag. The brand attributes the shortage to a spike in cereal demand. By the way, the cereal contains neither grapes nor nuts. Dozens of people wearing their masks gathered on the National Mall Sunday for a snowball fight. The friendly fight came after heavy snow hit the area. The large-scale snowball fight was organized by the Washington, D.C. Snowball Fight Association. There you go, 5 things to know before you go to bed.
This portion of the 10 o'clock news is brought to you by the Becker Law Office.
Consolidate higher rate loans and credit cards with the help of a Heritage loan from Members Heritage. You'll get a great rate with fixed monthly payments for up to 48 months. And there's no prepayment fee. You'll even get entered to win $500 cash. Cut out those high rate loans and credit cards with the help of Members Heritage. Members Heritage Credit Union. Federally insured by the NCUA.
Central Kentucky's most dedicated residential and commercial roofing company is Franklin Roofing. We make that statement and we live up to it. Our team have been professionally installing and repairing Kentucky's roofs for more than 5 years. Call James and his team today for a free quote and see why Franklin Roofing is the best in the Bluegrass.
It's Sleep Outfitters President's Day free-for-all with amazing free gifts valued up to $300. Get a free box spring with 18 Sealy Responser Outfitters mattresses set as low as $249. Interest-free financing and free premier delivery. Now at Sleep Outfitters.
Rally's has a new Pick 2 for $3 deal. Mix and match any two from the Rally Burger, the Spicy Chicken Sandwich, the Crispy Fish Sandwich, or a Chili Dog for just $3. With this $3 deal, any pairing is a total win. The Pick 2 for $3 deal, only at Rally's. Get Rally's delivered.
Over the years, people have asked me, how did your firm get so big? The answer is simple. We won a lot. Why do you think some of these other firms are so much smaller? Maybe it's because not many people hire them. In this business, you grow by winning. As America's largest injury law firm, we have more lawyers than any other injury firm. Proof's in the pudding. Size is our strength. There's only one Morgan & Morgan.
Can you figure out an ordinary person's talent before they actually perform?
I'm going to say synchronized dancer.
Show us your talent.
Let's go! Game of Talents premieres this March, only on Fox.
If you have a news tip, call our hotline at 859-299-8630.
You know, you look at that shot of Times Square in New York City. Okay, they may have gotten just a little more snow than we did, about 1.5 feet. But we're still talking about some of those flakes that are flying across central and eastern Kentucky. So Times Square into New York City, Central Park, I believe, right at 18 inches of snow, maybe an inch of snow in Central Park and Ashland. Mark.
Yeah, we don't need a groundhog tomorrow to tell us. I think we know what's coming.
Right.
Winter is coming. Have a good night.